and we have EnVyUs.
Oh, bloody hell. That was not a good idea.
And we have Kinguin.
Everything fell falling apart.
It's map 2, James.
Producer Reese, who's won my knife?
The winner of the knife is Stig with many, many Gs.
Stig. Stig with many, many Gs. Stig. Yeah. Congratulations, Stig. You have won the knife. Great. Now you have my knife. I'm not happy about this. Actually, I am happy about this.
Now it's time to plan. How do we get it back?
A nice home.
How do we get it back?
Well, now we have to do...
It's Tracer's IP, James.
Now we have to
find a way
do...
loose. Take back the knife.
Now we have to do the Bison. But this, what if this is the last map? Then how are we going to do it?
I thought that he doesn't get both.
No.
Okay.
No, the Bison is an open raffle that everybody is eligible to enter.
Okay.
Regardless of subscription. But also, I'm sure you guys are wondering what we have in plan for 600k followers. Oh boy, if only you knew. You will soon find out. It's gonna be good.
Can't we just tell them now?
No.
Why not?
Because there's no fun in that.
When will we tell them then?
Shall we tell them?
Yeah.
Okay, so at 600k followers, we are going to do 2 Dragon Lore attempts. We are also going to give away that StatTrak AK fishy thing, whatever it's called, and maybe a knife as well. We will see.
The Aquarius thing?
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Aquarius something or other.
Yeah. Aquamarine.
I think Aquarius is a better name.
Fishy one. And maybe a knife as well. I need to see what knife takes my fancy, although, I don't know, is it time to give away another one of my knives? No.
Yes.
No!
So 600k, why not?
I just gave one away like 2 minutes ago.
It's going to take ages though to get there.
Hopefully not, Dan. Hopefully we, our loyal followers will just hit the follow button, and then we can do double Dragon Lore attempt and the fishy thing and maybe a knife.
All right.
But I don't think I want to give away another one of my knives at the moment.
But you have loads. You can't even use them.
I have... Producer Reese uses the Butterfly Knife Knight. Minimal wear.
You can have the one that you gave me back. I don't want it.
The Bayonet Crimson Web.
It sucks.
You really don't like it?
It's okay. It's okay, I guess.
I don't know how much I like it anymore. I want a bayonet. Actually, I have a bayonet. I have the rust coat. So maybe I don't need it. So, Producer Reese is wondering what I was saying earlier. What I was saying is, Dan... Actually, I'll tell you in a second. We'll just wait. We'll just wait until the countdown starts, and then I will break the news to Producer Reese as to what he must do. This is going to be fun. I am a bastard.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So, the challenge for Producer Reese is... Can they ready up, please? Can they ready up? What have I done to these cables?
I don't know. You just tape them behind yourself.
I tried to stand up and adjust my chair, and everything just fell apart. Come on, ready up. Come on, it's time. So ready up. Come on. Please. They can't even type it.
Come on, Scream. This Scream guy.
Maybe he has an AZERTY keyboard, he can't find the R.
Dvorak, maybe?
Come on. Scream. Type ready. Okay, here we go. So, the challenge for Producer Reese is to cast the pistol round solo. Let's go. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. I'll do the spectating. You can cast. Good luck. Have fun.
Okay, so we've got Kinguin taking on EnVyUs. We see a pretty standard meta play now with A bomb site completely open. Seems EnVyUs are reading this and they're going to take it, so Kinguin are going to play for the A retake. Complete open site, bomb's going to go down without any trouble. You can see 3 pushing up from long, 2 from short. So just one angle that EnVyUs have to worry about. Flank from Happy taken down. There's the lurker gone down. 2 at the back of sight on NBK. And it's getting completely cleaned up by EnVyUs. Down to Maikelele, and he's completely failed. First round for EnVyUs.
What do you think, James?
You're fired. That was a good attempt. Put Reese on the spot there. He probably hates me now. Maybe a bit more than he did before, but there we go. So, Envy going to be 1 round up. Let us know in the chat and on the tweeters what you think of producer Reese's effort there. Probably his first time of casting. Who knows? Definitely for Counter-Strike. So, we're going to have a number of people in the mid area with a lurker, kioShiMa, over towards B. And Happy over towards A. They were just looking for the aggression here, trying to find out if there is a stack as well. Ooh, that's going to be a nice tag. Again, Scream opting for the CZ over the 5-7, but he's making it work on this occasion. 4 versus 4 now again. Envy just trying to clean up the site, make sure nobody's hiding around in any sneaky positions. Maikelele with a different angle, actually, which you don't often see. But it's not going to net too many frags, although he is still alive for now with the scout. Going for a sneaky position, jumping up there, looking towards the site. And we do have 2 heavily tagged players here for Envy, so they have to be very select as to who goes for the peaks and from where. And it seems that Kinguin will opt to save here. Again, you've got Scream and Twitten both with armor, and Maikelele is carrying the scout, so they're looking to carry this through to the next round to cause more havoc to this team.
Yeah, it's good. It's really very nice that they actually managed to steal away an AK actually, and of course Scream has got head armor as well as Twitten on the Kevlar CZ, so they actually have some power into the following round to do some extra damage, additional damage. They only killed 1 player this round, Happy, so they'll be feeling a little bit sad that they didn't get more kills there because NBK and SmithZz were really low. But generally speaking, this is the danger half when it comes to EnVyUs, where they can just run away with things in a crazy fashion with their aggressions. We would expect Kinguin to actually, with their sheer individual skill, be able to better receive that than some of the other teams we've seen, I think, recently. You just got to give that to Kinguin, but it's going to come down to coordination and map reads as well. And look at this, so fast into that B bomb site. Already going to tap down for an NBK. What an entry there. Oh, going to actually mess up the smoke, but not really going to matter all that much. He's got a teammate to re-smoke that for the team. Scream going to come in, though, and you never know when an AK is in the hands of this man. The bomb is down, actually, for the moment. It's going to toss that in.
Yeah, they will hear him making steps, however, so he won't be coming in as a surprise, although... Oh, Rain, he doesn't get the angle he needed onto SmithZz' head. The 2-tap was required, didn't even find 1. Scream versus 3. Looking just to... He's looking for an early frag, it seems. In fact, he's going to stay. He has got armor to save as well. So I don't think he wants to take too much damage. He needs to be careful. kioShiMa looking for the angle. kioShiMa, a player who found so many frags on Dust 2, so many taps onto the head. There's another one on cash for him, taking Envy to 3-0.
Scream is like Michael Flatley reincarnated, James.
Scream is like Michael Flatley reincarnated. What does that even mean?
He's a tap dancer, Lord of the Dance. Come on. Lord of the Dance.
What's that got to do with firing an AK on cash?
It taps all the time and stuff. Come on. 3-0. EnVyUs looking pretty fantastic into this one, but the full buy, all the buy is coming into Kinguin's hands right now. They got the AWP. They do have a lack of grenades, but to be expected, all things considered. And Scream is looking at that forklift position. So not a lot of presence on mid actually here. We only get a late boost in from Kinguin. You can see Whitten up there. And Maikelele just going for the spot, basically, just for the info, more or less. And he's going to have to fall back here and try to reinforce his site, because Happy with the instant takedown on Scream, that is incredibly important, and that's what we're talking about. As soon as those fast entries come, EnVyUs just swarm, overwhelm any defense on the bomb site, and boom, the bomb is going to be going down momentarily now, as kioShiMa will be waiting for that peek from Rain, although I don't know that he knows if he's there or not, although it does seem like he does. Good positions here, really good positions from EnVyUs. shox will claim a kill onto Fox. What can they do now? 5 versus 3.
Yeah, Kinguin have to have an exit strategy here. Rain's not going to be a part of that, getting taken down on short before he can make it around the corner. And this is a common occurrence that we see against any team at the moment from NV, especially, well, at least the ones of late, where 3 people from the CT side just get, well, 2 or 3 get eliminated very quickly indeed, and the remaining CTs just they have no choice but to scurry away against the numbers of NV and try to live to fight another day. And there's another example of that happening. How many times can NV do it though? How many times can they break the CT economy? 4 of 4 rounds on the board for them so far, on the less favoured side of cash. Again, probably the favoured side for NV, considering the bedlam they cause on T sides.
That new style of theirs is definitely very, very, very shock and awe in many senses. And their money is actually ridiculous right now. They're getting some seriously clean rounds from all the rounds that they've been winning here. Now just a bit of harassment. And that's actually a big portion of damage done onto Maikelele. We have a 30 health gone from him, 33 in fact. So down to third. And we'll have to see if anything can happen here for Kinguin. Looks like Rain will be able to pick up a frag, but the majority of the lineup for EnVyUs are actually in A main at the moment. And when you kill Happy, you can usually assume on some maps that he's going to be in a lurk position. So it might be a bit of a tell, but again, executing from behind the smoke. Not very telegraphed, but there's 3 players here to receive it. We got Maikelele creeping in there, Scream and Rain going in as well, and it's going to be fantastic so far. shox trying to make something happen, but he will get nothing from Quad, and that's a great cleanup from Kinguin just when they needed it. But there's so much money on EnVyUs. That is crazy. Look at it. Look at it, James.
NV would not look out of place rioting in a Batman film. But this time, Dan, the Gotham City Police won. But they won the battle, will they win the war? Still a 3-round deficit here for the Kinguin side. Got the mollies coming out now. The full buy save for the FAMAS onto Fox. All helmets apart from Scream, but again, it's all irrelevant as we have 5 AKs on the NV side. Kinguin may be fearing the mistakes made in the past. shox with that MP7 doing big damage. So Rain gonna snap 2 players down. Maikelele coming in for a 3rd. Happy getting 1 trade at least. He'll get trade of his own, courtesy of Scream wrapped with a bow. Only shox now. No bomb in control of him. Whitten will fall in mid. But Kinguin in control of the bomb will just bring the numbers over there. Fox waiting for that flank. The flash comes in from the teammate and he will come in and get a free AK as well.
Yeah, we're going to have another buy, though, from EnVyUs. And that's kind of the crazy thing, is that they racked up so much cash so early on that even though they're losing rounds, by the time they get to maybe the 3rd or 4th bonus, if they get a plant, they are still buying. So it's pretty rough times here for Kinguin. But EnVyUs need a plant at this point, I think. Didn't see their money exactly, but I would assume they would need a plant here to buy again if they lose this one in the next round. So that is the situation for them. Are they going to keep the pace on high? Because we're seeing that so far that they are willing to go through smokes. And Kinguin handily defeated that in the last 2 rounds. We're going to see a push, pop flash into A main, straight through the smoke, and it's going to be both frags for Scream. And again, Kinguin with a proactive play, coming up a player ahead. But it's, wow, 2 quick frags straight away back here. Happy and kioShiMa not going to rest on such a situation and instead take advantage. B-play coming in, though, from them. As Whitten will be smoked off. Not much he can do. He could try to go through the smoke silently because he could be able to catch them off guard. This is a play that can work. We see people like Simple always do this, and you can see why. Going to pick up a quick frag. The trade comes in, but the delay is the key factor for Maikelele to get himself in a position to do something.
Yeah, he's completely unknown, and this is biggest rotation EU because he was standing next to Squeaky Door, and he's made it all the way back to bomb. Still yet to go down, being planted for checkers where NBK's teammate is, and that's going to give a free entrance to Maikelele. Being spotted early, though, he's going to run with the spray and not find the frag or almost any damage. Another round in the bag for NV, and they re-extend their lead here, 5 rounds to 2.
Yeah, really, really well done by them to win a timely round. However, Kinguin had a couple relatively clean ones of their own, so only 1 eco required, thankfully for them. Big launch there, big lob of that smoke into the CT main area.
Very nice launch indeed, that.
Let's see if EnVyUs can get like a clean entry into the mid area. So far, there's no resistance, so it does look to be the case. And well, we just have pistols here for Kinguin again, so looking for those close range engagements. NBK, they're going to they have to basically find the stack. That's what NBK's on a mission to do here, is just checking all the spots Now, how many players can he find if they're a stack? That is the way that they can lose this round, if they run into a stack. So
yeah, I think more mollies would be quite useful for them as well, especially with the kind of positions we're seeing over towards the B bomb site. Fox going down. And as this round progresses, we should see more frags coming in for Envy. And I do wonder if Scream will try and save his armor. I guess not. He wasn't in position to do so. He was very advanced. And Happy was ready and waiting. Happy's open arms. I could have gone further with that and made a pun on the name Happy. But I chose not to, Dan.
Okay.
For your sake.
I respect your choices, most of them. So the thing that's interesting actually is that the point you made about mollies I think is really very true. We see that I think NIP did this a long time ago. They had an execute onto the B-bomb site of Inferno as a T side, where they would have 5 mollies and they would throw them all in set positions from Banana onto the site. So if a team did stack there, everyone's on fire. Yeah. Everyone is on fire, and that's
the path to escape is also flames.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Everything's on fire, and that is that's the smartest way because you invest $2,000 to guarantee yourself a round win if you get into a position next to a site. So I don't see teams actually doing that, but
Threat team, Acer.
Did they do that?
They did it on the Inferno.
Oh,
yeah.
actually,
I mean, Cash.
That's quite cool because I told him about one of those plays.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about this nerdery.
Mr. DDK.
There's also anyway. Hang on, we'll save that point for later. We do have some entries coming in here. Happy getting the trade back, which is very important here. Maikelele cannot escape. 2 players down. Scream's at the back here. Takes the first player. We've all seen the kinds of shenanigans he can cause with that M4. And then he goes for the second kill. He's going to be rewarded with that, but doesn't spot kioShiMa in time. But he did enough for his team to make it into a 2-on-2. And in comes the remainder of Kinguin, looking for that retake. But the bomb will be planted. And they will have to play against those post-plant positions.
Well, that's going to be a very important fact just as the bomb goes down, which means they have a general linking as to where the last T is going to be. Last T's been found, and that's going to be the ult picked up as well. So some money saved here for Kinguin, but again, this is like the previous map when they were on the CT side, where they had a number of rounds where they did survive with only 2 players, and that is going to be a serious expense for their team, a serious limitation. We'll see how many nades these players can get out as they are facing a buy from Envy. In fact, it's going to be a reasonable amount of nades and 3 kits, so it could have been a lot worse for them. That AWP save going to come in very important if they get to use it.
Indeed. Maybe a pop flash here from Maikelele to, is it Scream or is it Rain? Rain is nearby. Now, it can be very nice to get this info, and the frags both peeking. Both going down. That is a massive blow.
One of them went in blind as well. That flash actually ended up being a team flash, and he just continued running in completely blind with T's on either side of him. We've got flames coming in as well. This is not a good situation. And again, the CT side against Envy find themselves with only 2 players remaining after 3 go down early, and they're forced to save against 5. This is a recurring theme.
Just gonna throw away the AWP there. Can they hunt these weapons down? shox will find Quit and he will fall. And Fox is left over by T-Spawn. They should surely get there soon enough, so... Will he survive? That is the question. But yeah, so just to finish off that point, if I do see cool stuff sometimes, I do always tell Threat about it, because we talk about these strats sometimes, because we just find those interesting. And once upon a time... Oh! Fox will survive. Once upon a time, Hellraisers did this really cool CT pistol on this map, on Cash. And I'd never seen it before, and it was really smart. So I told him about it, and then it turned out that his team were playing Hellraisers in like a couple hours or something on that map. So, not sure what happened, James, because we were casting during that time, so.
We may never know that.
We may never know.
It may remain a mystery that we take to our graves.
But 7-3 is the score. EnVyUs are looking very good under pressure here. Nice entry there onto Rain. So we're seeing this aggressive style look pretty good so far against Kinguin as well.
Oh, they are dancing. Fox 3 bullets finds the frag. And he's not touched.
So do you think there's anything...
Although the rest of his team are touched.
Do you think there's anything in particular that is that Kinguin could be doing better against what EnVyUs are throwing at them? Or do you feel like it's like poor execution on the defenses? What do you think is going on?
They're losing jewels on the A site, that's for sure. We've seen players buy forklifts and so on. Or they're just getting finished off. The trades are not going in their favor, for example. NVB doing well with the trades. If you're asking me what is the solution, to this madness, I don't have an answer for you. I do not have an answer for you. The closest thing I've seen to an answer is the way Na'Vi games on Inferno have gone against EnVyUs. But that's we're talking like a month or two ago now, and we'll have to see how these changes that we've seen on Dust 2 continue onto other maps for Envy. So again, just I mean, it is the eco round at least here. So we have to wait for the next buy from the CT side, but they're not getting damage in on these ecos like you might see from Envy. There isn't the fear from Envy that there is against Envy when Envy are on the eco on the CT side. They are just running riots, quite literally. NBK's got a taser. I always wanted a taser.
Well, like
but
a real life taser.
As opposed to a plastic one, yes. But I think they're
what would you use it for?
I don't know.
You wouldn't
I like the idea of possession.
Just the ability to tase someone if you were so inclined. The
power. That's a bit violent. I don't know.
That's the purpose of it.
No, it's for scientific purposes, Dan.
No, it's not. You just said
I'm curious about the technology.
That's what it's used for, and you just said you wouldn't use it for that.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily use it at all.
So you're collecting.
Because
you want to collect weapons, basically.
They kill people sometimes, Dan.
So you're just a weapon.
So even if your mate said to you, "All right, tase me," you might kill him or something if he's got if he's unfit or who knows. Let's move on, Dan. Let's move swiftly on. Double Lord's coming out for the Kinguin side now. Maikelele not going to find the angle there. And that will be a bit of a reveal for the CT side. Sorry, the T side. Now they know that there is an AWP. At least one. And it's over towards A. shox with an advanced position. He will go down, but the duel is won by NBK against SmithZz in mid. Now Maikelele getting to work there. Stopping Smith from pushing, avoiding the flashbang as well. That's going to be important. Scream finding one. Gets traded again. This time the trade is going in favor of Kinguin. 3 versus 1. Only Happy in A main. And he might kind of be stuck here.
Oh, this is sneaky, actually. Did they see him? Did they have the ability to know if he crossed A main or not?
I think they think he's on the left.
Yeah, because if there was like a smoke down there or something, just to sit there would actually be kind of smart, because they might assume that he would have run away. But 9-4 is still a good scoreline for EnVyUs, and Kinguin need to keep these rounds going. They need, at best right now, they can do, of course, the 6-9. That's the best case scenario for them. And they are going with the double ults now, so that mix-up has proved a little bit effective. Maikelele is a little bit hit and miss on the A side, but he managed to connect some good shots in that pass round. Let's see if he can keep it up here. Now, that was actually looked pretty close, in fact.
We've seen Happy make shots from there before, but this time it's Maikelele trying to get the work done. So Envy hanging around outside the mid boost and A main, where somebody watching Squeaky. Maikelele finding a frag, bit of information for his team, just as NBK sets up a smoke. Yeah, that's the thing. If you see the T smoke that, you know exactly what EnVyUs want to do. They want to execute from behind the smoke. Look, we can see it here, in fact. They've done this so many times. This has been a staple of their new style. But something that actually, when the team first formed, they used to do that famous Happy execute from behind that smoke with all the Molotovs. We're seeing a much lighter version, so they're actually saying, okay, let's fake it now, guys. We lost a guy, let's fake it. And we're not having a rotation from Kinguin. They're not buying the bait, which is really, really smart from them. In fact, they're in position. They're actually rotating players towards B right now, so they're going to be ready to meet this. But shox picks up the kill in mid. That's actually really important now, as he can help them and stop backstabs. And in comes EnVyUs now onto the bomb site. They've smoked it all off. And it looks good here, despite the health situation. 4 against 4. Happy goes straight in, trading 1 for 1. Who's going to come out on top here? Anyone's guess. shox 4 HP, SmithZz 34. Although there's a Molotov in rain actually, so he could try and clear parts of the site as his teammates. Never mind, they're all dead. It's just time to scream over the AWP. He needs to get a rifle. He's just going to run away. He's going to run for dear life to save it for the last round. They don't have the money for him to try and face. He's going to just try and stop the rotation there, stop the hunt, or slow it down a bit. Ooh, so close. Again, shox peeking with 4 HP, and he's just going to dance the dance and then run the hell away. Ooh, kioShiMa spots. kioShiMa seeks. kioShiMa finds. That is really rough for Kinguin there. They read the situation perfectly, but they couldn't get ahead of the grenades. Those smokes just blocked them off for too long. And the Rambo play through the smoke from Happy was actually really awesome, because
one of the things about retakes with CTs, the more players you have, obviously, the easier it is. But from the perspective of like, there's less people to cover more angles basically. So actually, a one-on-one trade like that is a one-for-one trade there is really good. We have a B storage push coming in from Kinguin. They're gonna find the kill onto kioShiMa, claim the weapon, and maybe just maybe they can actually make this round happen now. Although Happy's gonna entry into A as his team split in from mid, so looking quite good on the approach. EnVyUs as they have that bomb about to be planted, and EnVyUs have NBK close to car here. He could shut down this retake attempt. And indeed, the spray down will be massive. And the round will be ended. The half will be ended 11-4. And again, this is that T-side EnVyUs. Their T-sides look ridiculous right now, James.
The rounds they win are so violent, it's disgusting. They're
So
like
fast.
Delta Force on Bath Salt Stand. Chuck Norris just firing all the missiles from the motorbike at like a small village, you know, at like a school or something. It's horrible, it's brutal. It is violent as violent can be. Kinguin is 4 rounds, and again, Envy have been so successful on the pistol rounds all day, as you said there.
Yeah.
Another pistol round here now. You have to favour them for the pistol round, just based on the stats.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And if they do that, then this is pretty much a shutout. But then even if Kinguin win, they have to fear the eco afterwards, or the force buy.
I mean, I feel like this start from EnVyUs, although it's impressive, I feel like it can be...
Volatile.
Yeah, it can be volatile, especially if you're playing against the top 3 teams in the world specifically, because they are specifically so solid on their defensive setups. That's what I'd love to see. I'd love to really see how this really fares, and I feel like this is one of those things where you have to try it for quite some time. You can't. This is the same thing in anything. If it's poker, if it's you know StarCraft, if it's anything,
Chess, Dan.
Counter-Strike included, not chess. If you have a strategy. You need a sample size, a large sample size to see if it works. You can't just run it 10 times and be like, oh, well, it didn't work 7 of those times, so it doesn't work. That's actually not true at all. You need a really solid sample size. You need to play like 30, 40, 50 games with this style and,
that looks itchy.
And see what actually happens. That's even a low sample size. But you need to really understand if it's viable over time. Can't be outcome-oriented, James, in the short term. So,
that is true. That's something that a lot of amateur players could learn as they try to form teams and such.
Absolutely.
Definitely education to be done there.
Oh, 2 players in the crate period position at checkers. But look at this setup from Kinguin. They're all towards A at the moment. They just might snap into A. As producer Reese so rightly pointed out, the A is often for free in the standard pistol meta of CT Cash.
So, do not look a gift horse in the mouth. In the mouth?
In the mouse.
Get the bomb down. In the mouth. Not the
Now,
mouse.
I wonder if they have the existence smoke. Do they have the existence smoke here? No, they don't have any smoke, so I guess not.
You can explain what that is after the round, but for now we've got shox. Again, Envy notorious for their pistol play. They are very good aimers indeed, and we're seeing exactly why. But there's an aimer on Kinguin as well. His name is Scream, and he has found himself 3 frags. Happy doesn't have time to defuse the bomb here, and SKYTTEN's not going to give him any more HP either.
Very nice. So the existence smoke is when you play the A retake like that, and existence will have a smoke and maybe like a 5-7 or something. I'm not sure what else he buys, but he has a smoke. That's the important part. And he lines it up from like the car position when they're retaking, and he throws it over so it lands exactly on where the bomb is planted, where every team plants it when they get a free A bomb site, which is like in between the door
Exposed to main.
Yeah, super exposed to main and door. So, and then it's smoked off, and then they go for the defuse straight away and just rush you down in that choke point. So it's really effective, but nice adjustment from Titan's existence. Nice. This is what you were talking about previously. Got to use those mollies, and even the nade there. What? Why is he not burning down?
I think the molly glitched out.
What?
That is very unfortunate indeed. And can you imagine if this turns out to be a spot where shox just kills everyone, like he did on B?
They won't check that now. There's no way they check that. There's no way they check this. This is ridiculous. But he's going to peek, try to go for the gun, and he finds an angel. Oh, he doesn't win it. But he did have the gun there. Imagine if he would have pulled away that gun. That's ridiculous. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that is ridiculous indeed.
Okay, so they're moving on. And this is that spot with that 5-7, which can be so dangerous, but not this time. Not this time. Heads were not to be snapped. Just in this round.
2 players left here for Envy to do some damage, and Happy has found himself an AK with lots of nice stickers, and he's saving because he likes stickers, not because of the AK. That's my theory anyway. I wonder how expensive those skull stickers are now. It's probably gone up in price. They're nice stickers. Happy has one on his AWP.
Rain is dead.
Rain is gone. He was here, and now he's gone. Another round on the board for Kinguin. And again, they broke the consistency of those NV pistol rounds, which has made all the difference for them. Now they have a fighting chance, but we will see if they are able to execute or out-aim once NV have the bye in the coming rounds.
Okay, so Happy, where is he going? He's number 9. He is in B storage. Oh, well, towards checkers. They're going to boost him up in defense, so a very powerful position on this map. Now, he is the one that could do some damage here with that AK. And he doesn't have any armor though, that said. And if he gets really unfavorable engagements, he may even just consider going for the save again on it. Because he's got no Kevlar, so he doesn't really have a chance to take open angels.
No, he needs to try and pop. But he is no doubt going to be checked in that position. Smith's maybe going to go for the bait, but you know, just one flashbang would have been massively useful there. Happy's going to get one, going to get two. What a snap by Happy onto Maikelele's head. Finally getting the trade in. 2 players down. kioShiMa, he has been such high output damage in this match all along. We'll see if it can continue here with the 5-7. Has much better range in the P250 in terms of damage, etc. He's holding an angle, almost an off angle, where somebody may go to peak lower as opposed to upper, but he will be eliminated.
That bait, James. That's like such a super standard, oldest trick in the book kind of play, very simple Counter-Strike kind of stuff that everyone can do. That kind of a bait, and you can see that it works even on the very top level. Everyone gets tunnel vision on that guy. But well, as you said, you know, they have a fighting chance to Kinguin now. Got some money. They got the full buy going in. A little bit of comfort, but EnVy is still with the lead. It's going to be Happy on the AWP, as we've been seeing. He's kind of like the dedicated AWP at the moment, which is nuts, but he's going to be challenged by Rain, trying to get in close here. Happy, he needs to get out of this spot. Could be caught off guard if he's not careful on these players. You're getting closer and closer by checkers, but he has fallen onto the site where there are 2 players here for EnVyUs. A 2-player site defense, not super common, but on the top level. But we will see it now because they've been pushed back that far. Oh my god, Rain, wow. That is some map knowledge and a half. Snapping straight to headshot and finding nothing less than with that AK-47. And now it's a 5-on-3 advantage, and there's not much it seems that EnVyUs can pull together in this round. They've got to go for a save.
Yeah, that was a great frag by Maikelele as well, just swinging into the crosshair. Swinging into the CTs, I should say. So now it's EnVyUs' turn to feel the wrath of the aggressive T side, where they tried to save with only 2 players remaining, SmithZz and kioShiMa. Fox knows where he is, and he will find the frag. EnVy's economy is being ruined. It is burning in front of them, Dan. All of it. But can they build it brick by brick?
I don't know. Do they have any mortar?
I don't know.
Well, you would need
I
mortar.
I was continuing the Batman references, Dan.
Oh, okay.
I was. I'm sure somebody out there got the reference. So I'll take that to the bank. Just the M4 that Smith saved from the previous round for EnVy to see what they can do. Looks like it's going to be a 3-man stack, although they will probably boost somebody into the vents. Indeed they will. So not really a stack as such, just a crossfire in mids. And shox will be the clay pigeon for Maikelele to find. So, EnVy just waiting. You can see kioShiMa, he's not opting for the unfavourable duels facing A main. Going for a peek to see if anybody's there, but I expect he will try to hold the close quarters angles, get a bit of spam, try and find a headshot. Speaking of spam, you can see NBK firing a few shots, taking down Scream. kioShiMa does peek, gets ruined by Rain. So there's an investigation by Team Kinguin Kinguin as to what is the status of the A site. The investigation says clear, and they will rotate to the site. Envy will rotate forward into their position, but it's an interesting time actually, because they have 2 rifles now, NBK picking up an AK, so I think it might end up being Happy's job to look through T warehouse to see if any players are coming their way and run distraction, while his 2 teammates, who are spread out in different areas, to try and increase the chances of at least one of them saving.
What's the situation here on the losses? Oh, the leg team spotted there. Wow, that spray from that range. Ambitious.
If he just hides though, Happy should have the angle. There we go. And almost a 3rd weapon save for them. SmithZz. Ooh.
So how many have EnVyUs lost in a row now? Is it 3 or 4? 3, 4? 4. 5.
5.
5.
That is all the digits on one hand, Dan. 5.
5. So they have that max, that sweet max consecutive round loss bonus. So all the $3,400 every time they lose one from this point forwards.
How sweet are we talking? Teriyaki or Haribo?
But the problem is that they cannot get the additional 800 because they're on the terrace, James. They can't plant bombs. They can't steal the C4 and plant bombs.
Planterize the bombs.
No planterizing. So EnVyUs gonna have to make this happen just with the
tag, Dan. He got tagged through the wall and he's run away.
Well, it is Happy after all. He's got the 2nd sense for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we did mention that on the T side for Envy as well, and it seems it was impending.
kioShiMa, I don't know what I just said. kioShiMa is by the back crane checkers at the moment. So they are playing a setup which has more presence, but we've seen a lot of passive play from EnVyUs. shox, is he just going to do this? I thought he was going to walk through the smoke there. He's looking at just going around all the angles there, trying to see if he can get a sneaky frag, maybe catch a T player that wants to move through the smoke, but he's actually hanging in the back there, and he will be undetected for now. And they're going to be jumping in on here onto the crate's position by Checkers, finding kioShiMa, but he will get the frag first on range. Free firing it, it's going to be Scream that goes down as well. Finally, the elimination's happening, but shox, who moved in through the wall of smokes, is going to have a fantastic engagement, finishing off Fox, throwing one straight down there. Firing the hole from shox, and it's going to be the last frag from him as everything falls apart from Kinguin. And you got to credit shox for just creeping in there. Nice opportunity found from behind the wall of smokes in mids. And that is going to be 1 round, their first CT round. Will there be more? Will there be more?
By coming out again for the T side, AWP in and everything else. 5 Molotovs for Kinguin. Always good to keep an eye on the Molotovs, as they're still part of a strategy which is developing, a story that's still being written. For the longest time they were a rare occurrence, but teams definitely figuring out how to exploit their use now. So we've got the 2-1-2 set up, although it's kind of a 2-2-1 as well, with the player normally in vents. kioShiMa, however, this time is going just to be, well, they're changing formation all over the place. So we've got 2 going back towards the B-bomb site and just the 1 mid. We've got smokes coming out, as you can see there. Let's see if they leave. Oh, they're going, now, this is the question. They've smoked off the corner of the site as well. If they try and push through this smoke, they're probably going to get annihilated. Although they're trying to clear the area of Molotovs first, so now you're seeing the use of them. See if it makes a difference. Maikelele taking down SmithZz in the boost spot. And again, those flames will help them keep the site itself open, although there could still have been a lurker there by the wall. And the left to scurry away with what they can.
We're going to have a very successful telegraphed execute onto A there from Kinguin. And that's actually really nice, considering the fact that EnVyUs were prepared for it. Because, again, they get a good 5 to 10 seconds kind of period whilst it takes the players from Kinguin to run all the way back around into A main and then into the bomb site. And we saw the pre-incendiaries there from EnVyUs, but Kinguin just kind of waited. They played the patient game, which meant that there wasn't much time left on the smokes, but that patience was what allowed them to get a clean entry using the team play and fast shooters on their team.
Do you remember I don't know if it was Very Games or Titan, who had an execute on Inferno, where they threw a flashbang onto the site and timed it with nades, with Molotovs, where then Molotovs came in afterwards. I think they did it against Hellraisers. I think it was Angel, actually, maybe, on the B site, where he was blind and then got Molotovs, so he had no idea he was on fire and died from the flames. I feel like the same thing could be done when T's do the smoke execute on the A site and they smoke off towards quad as well. Because if they do that timing around the corner behind the door, then they're going to have a lot more successful pushes through the smoke afterwards.
Well, in this round we have a strong mid defense from EnVyUs, and in fact we're seeing a force buy from the EnVyUs. They don't have a lot of money, but SmithZz was able to afford an auto sniper.
SmithZz is like, screw you guys, kioShiMa, you go at 5-7, I'm getting an auto sniper.
Yeah, that's kind of a crazy spot, because he could have actually dropped him a FAMAS and bought one himself, but he's gonna have to see if it works out here. It's looking pretty good so far. Gonna spot both players. Scream and Fox gonna fall, hit the ground, as does the bomb. And now it's Rain left alive against 4 players. This could be a clean round for EnVyUs. That's exactly what they needed to get back into this one. And Kinguin, we're about to have that momentum, but Rain could still yet make it happen. 20 health on him though. shox will be the silent assassin, death from above with that M4, and 13 rounds claimed by EnVyUs now to the 10 of Kinguin. Kinguin have loads of money, but the key fact was that had they won that round, EnVyUs would be on eco. And so it's really important that for EnVyUs' economy that they actually pick that up with 4 players, but we can see them spending everything to actually buy this round because they just didn't have anything in the previous round. So Kinguin still with every opportunity to tie this one up, but we might just see Kinguin with another of these executes on A. This worked out so well for them, but we have a different setup from EnVyUs this time as well on the CT side.
Yeah, but they have a push through the vent area, and Happy is just sneaking. He should get the sound cues to allow rotation. I think we might even see the boost coming over mid as well, so it'll be 2-pronged. Now Happy can run distraction as the boost comes in, but it's going to be shut down by the Kinguin team, who now have the A split on, although the bomb needs to be retrieved. And they need to make sure they don't get fragged by Happy while they retrieve the bomb, because otherwise that would be a complete catastrophe. So this round should be lost here for Envy. Happy in a position to try and get a sneaky frag. Rattled off a shot. What a tap onto SmithZz by Scream. Happy going down as well. And we have a game on our hands, Dan.
Yeah, that was super cool, that strategy, because what we see usually, the variations being from that play, that execute from the smokes all the way from the back behind A main, is you go and execute on A, or you actually use it as a fake, because it kind of takes ages to come in. You use it as a fake, you boost over the top in mid, and then you kill the people rotating from B, and then you split onto B from B storage and vent. But we saw there the other rotation, the variation I'd never seen before, which was actually splitting A from it, which up mid, which is kind of nuts, but it worked out really, really well. So EnVyUs now have to watch out for that on their next buy. Nice shot from shox though, but will they be able to actually convert into this early damage onto a round? We've seen Kinguin make some mistakes from positions like this previously, but they do seem a lot sharper than a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
but it's also worth noting that NBK and SmithZz and kioShiMa only have USPSs. It's just shox and Happy with the guns that Envy are so used to exploiting the 5.7s. Not so much the Deagle, more 5.7 and P250, but Deagle has got the opening frag there on a very tight angle with a slow peak. So shox exploiting the map and the gun to find the initial frag. Now, this is a map Rob then does too, where Kinguin need to make sure they clear the respective sites pretty quickly. That frag is going to allow them to rotate straight in towards B bomb site. Still 2 more to find though, and Happy's 5.7 will go down. Just down the NBK with the USPS going to find himself a frag as well.
And within there, Rain laying down the bullets to try to cover their approach into that site here, but in comes the Dig. shox, unable to pick up much, but kioShiMa in from the side as the bomb plot tries to come in, and he's going to take down one. Can't get it done in the reload. 8 points of health left for Rain. Almost happened, and you can tell that Kinguin knew that that was ridiculously close. Way too close. And now EnVyUs in with a buy. They did a lot of damage to Kinguin, finally forcing them into spots where, hey, their money is actually getting kind of shaky here. If EnVyUs win this, and there's $1,400 for Kinguin on the loss, some of them can't actually buy. So, like, a couple of them can't actually properly buy, I think. So, EnVyUs could, if they take this one, if they could make it happen here. SmithZz has a mag on the on the B storage area. He's the only one in B storage, though, for his team.
Okay, Kinguin just 1 round behind Envy now. Let's take a very quick look at the money. We should get an indication of as to what it's like for the CTs by the buy there. Mag 7s et al. Alright, so this is an important round for Kinguin. And EnVyUs even more dangerous than they were in the previous round. Even with 3 USPS guns, they still were a bullet away from crushing Kinguin in that round. Now he has the mags, the AWPs, the M4s, the FAMAS. We've got a push coming in from Kinguin, going through the smoke, and that's going to go in favour of kioShiMa. They have no idea where he is. That's 2 frags for him, and he's still not down. Hiding behind the smoke, going to finally get traded by Vincent. But this is still not going very good for Kinguin. 3 versus 3. If they can try and slow things down here, then maybe they can use the numbers to their advantage. It's going to be a nice nade onto NBK, but he's still got most of his life. That position underneath SmithZz could absolutely ruin Kinguin if they go through the vent. Fortunately for them, they have other ideas. NBK now out of position, heading towards Z connector. But now he can have his teammate run distraction and get a crossfire going. NBK finding the first frag. Fox trying to tap him down. There's the tap. Now they need to find a player on the site. That's Happy. He's heavily tagged. He's got a nade in his hand. Shadow's going to expose his position and he will get taken down. So 2 versus 1. SmithZz swapping out the Mag 7 for...
Oh, what? What just happened? I don't believe... And Fox didn't go for the AWP there either. That's... Oh my god. They ran out of time.
Wow.
They ran out of time. What? I didn't even see the clock going there. That's actually insane. But the thing is that so many of them died. And Kinguin, they don't have much money either. They were able to scrap together some AKs. Maikelele only has the scout armor though. But 4 Famises and a Mag 7 again for SmithZz. Very situationally used so far by SmithZz. He's actually not towards B this time. SmithZz is actually over towards Forklift with his Mag. So situational positions for that. And it's going to have to pay off here for EnVyUs. I mean, both teams are ruined on money. This is a must-win for Kinguin to tie up the game.
This is somewhat of a unique situation with the way the last round ended. First frag going in favor of Kinguin, but they're not going to want to wait too long like last time. Now, they got the boost on the previous round. They caught him before he could do any damage, but will they check it again? Is it a team thing to check this spot, or was it particularly down to the player who decided to do that? Is it going to go in their favor? shox taking down the lurker Fox. You can see SmithZz heading towards Forklift again with the Mag 7. If anyone goes that way, it's going to be terrible. 2 frags, and he's got to run distraction while SmithZz comes in with the Mag 7 as well. And it's Maikelele with an AK versus 3 to stop EnVyUs from getting to match point as a beginning frag for him. 2 more to find. shox is only on 1 HP. But NBK will get the job done, and that's Envy on match point. This could have been so different, Dan, with an extra second in the previous round.
Yeah, completely. EnVyUs had no money. They had nothing. They had no money. It would have been guaranteed Kinguin on like 14 or 15 rounds before EnVyUs can actually have a proper buy. So EnVyUs now on match point. They did win map number 1 if you guys missed that one, but this has been a very close and exciting game, and we've got a force up here from Kinguin. Everything into this. 2 AKs, a few Tech 9s, and a couple grenades each. That is all they have to throw into this round. That is such a desperate situation. They need Scream to go huge. They need somebody to go huge. And shox just about safe from Scream just for the moment, but kioShiMa looking for the angle. He sees the head. Scream's going to tap it off there. Trade comes in. They try to retrade. It's going to be Cervoni that gets it. And that's an advantage here. Big advantage for Kinguin.
Yeah, and we've got the rotations away from the B bomb site by Envy, only leaving 1 player here. I believe that's Happy with only 15 HP. He's behind the box in checkers, actually. And they should check this thoroughly. Indeed, they will. Jumping. That's going to be an AK picked up. So 4 versus 2. Kinguin not out of this yet. Going to plant the bomb for checkers as well. That's very important. We've got shox in mid. And NBK, they don't have the cash to go for this. They don't have the numbers to go for this. They could set up to try and get exits. Although, again, they don't really have the cash to spend here. So things are getting interesting. Let's look at the CT money. And it's not going to be spectacular. But again, we've seen what Envy can do with 3 USPs. So any guns in the hands of these French players, and Kinguin are going to have problems.
This is... The last 10 rounds have been ridiculously interesting. Very, very interesting rounds. And now it can all come down to the wire. It could even go to the overtime here. We're going to have EnVyUs looking to get the buyout of the bag here. It's going to be 2 M4s that they saved, and as you mentioned, the USPs, a couple of USPs, and just the 5-7 on Happy. So you would expect Kinguin to have a really strong edge in this round. They should be able to pick this one up.
Following that timeout round, do they even know what to expect from the economy?
Well, the interesting.
How hard is it to keep track at this point?
Well, EnVyUs are going for that buy for the last round, basically. They didn't invest anything on Happy or kioShiMa really, or SmithZz. So. Wow, that's a nice opening there from shox. SKYTTEN going to go down. This is not how you want to start this off, but we do get the trade towards B. That should slowly allow them to walk towards checkers. And if you can actually control that position, you can get so much information and put so much pressure, force rotation
got a
towards
gun,
B.
Dan. kioShiMa has a gun.
Pop flash there for a teammate from Maikelele into B area. Just a quick peek there, but SmithZz is there by headshot, and shox is positioned in checkers to stop that. So that pressure towards B has forced the rotation and put EnVyUs out of position to defend A. This might be quite nice here for Kinguin. If they get the smokes down properly, should be a bomb plant for them.
Yeah, they need to move a lot faster than this because Envy are already on the site in numbers. We have the full rotation here. They're pushing through the smoke as well. 2 frags. Oh, that's a 3-man spray down. I told you, kioShiMa, you can't give this man an AK. The trade comes in finally, and Rain is going to look for NBK. He's going to shoot him straight in the face. kioShiMa with a 3-man spray down after Envy start the round with 2 USPSs to take it 16-13. What a massive round for Envy, and just a great map.
That was a really exciting game. And the crazy thing is that they even they weren't playing to put everything into that round. We had 3 guys on eco, basically. As you said, 2 USPSs, and Happy only bought 5.7. So he actually had quite a bit of money in the bank so that he could have 4K, I think, around that for the next round. So they could buy in the next round and then play from 15-14 to either be on overtime if they lose or to win that. So that's an unexpected round for them, and wow, that's a really cool series. Kinguin look a lot stronger. They really do look a lot stronger than like a week ago, and then even more so than a week before that. And
who knows what they'll be like 6 weeks from now?
Yeah,
12 weeks from now. Much growth for the team to do, as well as other new teams around the world of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be really interesting what happens after the honeymoon period as well. So lots of Counter-Strikes to be had. Guys, well, we hope you have enjoyed our Counter-Strike action here on FACEIT TV tonight for StarSeries. Of course, we did give away James's knife, his slaughter gut knife, whatever the hell it was, stat track, all that jazz.
Whatever the hell it was.
So what is next? We have the 600K as the next milestone, and that will be the Dragon Lore attempts, as you revealed earlier.
Plural,
you say, what did you say else?
Dragon Lore attempts, Fishy AK, stat track 1, and maybe another knife as well. We'll throw something nice in there for the open raffle, which might be the AK, might be a knife. It'll be one or the other.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you later for North America. We have for some FACEIT League. So if you'll be up for that, we've got 3 best of 1s coming away. There'll be very good matches, starting at around 2 CET.
4 hours from now.
4 hours from now. Okay. So 4 hours from now, we'll be live again with some North American FACEIT League. But well, guess we'll see you then, guys. But otherwise, good night.